What is up, everybody? It's your girl SIMPLEFX back with a breakdown video. So today, Monday morning, May 13th, started out the week with two losses. Count them, two losses this morning on US 30, and we're gonna go over it right now so you guys can see what I did wrong, where my patience was lacking, all the mistakes I made to take both losses from this morning. So looking at US 30 right now. So this actually was the second loss. The first loss was right around here, right around there. Okay. So let me take this off and we're going to do a little bar replay action here so you guys could so I can show you guys what I did, what I was looking for. So this morning, guys, what I was looking for was a pullback. I was looking for a pullback, which is why I have this arrow here for price to pull back. Where it was at this morning, it started pumping around 7, but I wasn't up at that time. I didn't get up till around 8:30. So when I woke up around 8:30, I saw that price was sitting around this high here. So if you look closely, you'll see that we were kind of ranging here a little bit, and then we pushed up, made a tiny retracement, and then pushed up again around 8:30. But because we were at a high, obviously I wasn't looking for to take a buy from that area there. I was looking for the pullback and then to take the buy continuations on up, because as long as we held this area right here, right where price once held resistance, and then we break resistance, and I'm looking for us to retest that resistance to see if it's going to become a newfound area of support. That's what was going to give me my confirmation. But my problem was today, patience with not so much the setup, but with my entries more than anything. Okay, so let me clear this off here. How come? There we go. All right, perfect. So I'm gonna move up to the 30-minute time frame here, just to give us a little bit more of a clean breakdown here. Boom. All right, so I was looking for price to retest this area here and then push back bullish. So going down to the lower time frames here, price pushed up from here, and what I was looking for was a pullback. Now it started to reject at the top, which was great. I actually had an alert that was set up right around that area there, but actually my alert did not get tapped. I think I put it a little bit lower because it didn't activate. I put it on my computer and then I walked away just waiting to hear it, and it didn't. The pullback came at 9:30, which was a perfect pullback, just perfect. I don't know, like if I was on my computer at the time, I would have seen it and I would have been able to, probably jump in and grab something, but it didn't tap my alert. So close, so close. Didn't tap though. So anyway, price did give me the pullback I was looking for, but of course looking for it to continue bullish after the pullback, right? So when I saw this had already happened, I wasn't able to get in on it. I'm thinking, man, I got the pullback that I wanted. The buys should take off from here now. So we go down to the lower time frame, let's say the 5-minute. You see that price came down to this area here, and we rejected 2 times right at that same low that we rejected from before. Okay, we got rejection here, another rejection here, and also a resistance now turned support on the 5-minute. So I'm looking at that and I'm like, we already got the pullback. We already started pumping up. This is probably the start of the bullish momentum to take off, to continue creating higher highs, right? Because I'm looking for the market to do that. So because we already did that, I'm thinking, okay, that could be first TP, and then we can look for it to push up. If price did not pull back to this area here and it broke this high, then I'd be looking to take the continuations from there and ride the wave on up, being that I missed my initial entry. But price actually did end up coming all the way back down to this low here, which is where I initially wanted to see the pullback come to and then go from there. So let's clear all this off. So I'm thinking, all right, price rejected off this area here. I can put a zone right there, and I can look for price to now go bullish from there. And yeah, my plan did not quite work out because it did pull back, but it never went back bullish because we pushed up. That was the move right there. the pullback here, this was the move I was supposed to catch, but I did not catch it. It pushed up. That was the last push up of that move, because after that, we started coming back down. So when I saw all this start forming and price kind of holding, after this big push here, price came down and retested it right around 50%. Let me delete this for a second. When I saw price start coming here and then forming support right there, I'm thinking, maybe we're retesting 50% of this move here, but we were also rejecting the highs also. That was another thing too. So you really didn't know if price was just struggling to break those highs to create higher highs, or if we were just taking a breather before price was going to go down bearish, which is exactly what it did. So we started breaking down, and when I saw price holding this area here, I'm thinking, okay, we're forming support. Yeah, we're probably going to start going bullish at that point, and that's around the area that I had my first trade. And as you can see, price started dumping on me. It held here for a second, kind of gave me a little bit of hope, but then it eventually broke down bearish, completely down to this support. So I closed out, took that L. All right, cool. Let me see if I can give my trade a second chance. Being that we originally, I was originally waiting for price to come back to this low. Okay, patience didn't hold out, gave me false hope here, basically, and it pushed all the way down. So perfect. We broke that zone. I'm gonna remove that zone. I'm gonna remove this and that zone there. This was our alert from earlier. Remove that, and now we're back here. The second mistake that I made here was I didn't wait for my bullish confirmations. I'm thinking, okay, we finally came down. We made a nice retracement, right? Nice retracement for price to turn around and go back bullish. So as soon as I saw price tap into my zone and start rejecting, I went ahead and took entries and put my stops below the lows there. And this was when I gave my trade a second chance. Did not wait for the bullish candle closures. Didn't wait for that bounce that I like to wait for. And price ended up, came up in a little bit of profit, and then it eventually broke and came down. So that was my second loss. So based on my trading plan, 2 losses a day, and that's it for me. Depending on what the first loss looks like and how the setup looks like for me, is going to delegate whether or not I take a second trade for the day. It's been a while since I've taken 3 trades. It's been a long time actually since I've taken 3 trades in one session. So 2 trades minimum, that's it. If I had won on any one of these trades, again, that's it. 2 trades a day, and that's all. If you find that you are sticking to your trading plan, you're going to find yourself having a lot more consistency with your trading, rather than just jumping into multiple setups every day, you know, being greedy, all that kind of stuff. You don't want to do that when you're trading. Stick to your rules, stick to your plan. Like I said, if I would have won on this first trade, that would have been it for me for the day. If I would have won on this trade, I'd have made back my loss the first trade, and then I would have been done for the day. So stick to your trading plan, guys, because I'm telling you, it works. All right. And that's pretty much it. That was what I saw from this morning. I was looking for the overall buy bias. Was not looking for sells unless price broke below this area. And eventually price ended up continuing bearish after a real nice retest, and then continued down. But I wasn't really looking for sells, and I wasn't taking a third setup for the day. I just wasn't. This zone held very nicely. It did what it was supposed to do. But my mistake was that I just did not wait for all my confirmations, and it just wasn't my day. So bad way to start the week off with 2 losses to kick off. But, you know, what are you going to do? It is what it is. You know what I mean? Last week was a very, very, very good week. I can't complain. So losses come right along with the wins. So you just got to be able to take the good with the bad when you're trading. But just make sure that you are winning way more than you're losing. And even if you lose a trade, but you follow your rules, you follow your discipline, you follow your trading plan, then you still won. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't over trade, you didn't over leverage, you did not, you know, you didn't break your rules that you normally follow to keep you on that consistent path that you're trying to stay on. That's what's going to give you consistency with trading, is sticking to a plan that works for you and riding off into the sunset with it. The moment you start to kind of, you know, drift off and do different things, break your rules, revenge and all this kind of stuff, then you're kind of all over the place, and then you get real emotional about your trades. And that's the thing you don't want to do, is get emotional about your trading setup. So that was today. We're going to come back tomorrow strong. Look for a better setup. Always review your wins and your losses, guys. I don't journal as much anymore because I don't really need to. I pretty much find the same exact setups every day on the pair that I trade. I only trade US30. Even though I do breakdowns on gold for my private group, I only trade US30. So find a pair that you like, stick with it, find a trading plan that you like, follow it to a T, and I promise you, you will start to see some level of consistency with your trading, and it's going to give you a whole lot more confidence as well. Because guys, the same trades that you win on will be the same trades that you're supposed to be losing on as well. If you're looking for the same confirmations, the same setups, you're trading the same pair, same session, all of those things are all the same, you're going to see a lot of the same stuff happening over and over. So if you're kind of bouncing back and forth and you're all over the place, don't have a strict trading plan, a good trading plan that you stick to, it's never going to work. All right. So a trade like this, guys, trust, it could have easily been a win. Could have easily been a win because it's a setup that I look for all the time. So I can't really say that it was too, I made this mistake, that mistake, this mistake, that mistake. Yeah, you make mistakes when you lose, but at the same time, it's relatively the same kind of stuff that I'm looking for. You know what I mean? I will say this also, me jumping in the second trade, the first trade did affect me on that second trade. Because normally, let's say I didn't take that first loss and I would have waited for price to come back to my area and then waited for my confirmations, I may not have even taken this loss too, because I would have been more inclined to wait for my entry confirmations, not just waiting for price to come back to my zone. I would have waited for the bullish close. I would have waited for the break. I would have waited for the retest. I would have waited for a wick rejection, exhaustion. I would have waited for more things that I normally look for than just jumping in for that second trade, looking to make back that first loss. So we're human, we're gonna break our rules every now and again. But the good part is you want to learn from it. Make sure you don't do it too much, because you're gonna have slip ups here and there. But for the most part, you want to stick to your plan as much as possible. Okay, and that was today's trade. It's important to go over losses just as much as I go over my wins. Today, how much did I lose today? I lost almost 11,000 today, which is a lot. So it's a big hole to dig myself out of to start the week out. But I'm taking bigger risks now, and well, I've been taking bigger risks for a while, but it is what it is. You kind of have to push yourself. I'm a risk taker, so I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to lose money to make money. You know what I mean? So if you're gonna trade, guys, trade. Don't be scared. Don't be afraid. Don't second guess yourself when you're raising your lot sizes. Just stick with your confidence. Stick with what you've been doing, and stick with numbers that you're comfortable with. If you know you've been using a certain type of lot size or contract size, those of you that are trading futures now, you know that you don't want to go too crazy with it, because that's not a lot size or a contract size that you're comfortable with or that you're used to using. Seeing a certain type of drawdown, seeing certain type of losses. I mean, if you're comfortable seeing $500, $1,000 wins, you got to be comfortable with seeing $500,000 losses too. You know what I mean? So if you're going to be raising your lot sizes, or you're thinking about raising your lot sizes, or you're not comfortable with that and you're comfortable with where you are, you don't have to raise your lot size either. No one says, oh, you have to raise your lot size every few days, every few weeks, whatever it is. You don't. We're lucky enough to have a skill where you can give yourself a raise anytime you like, but at the same time, with more risk comes a lot more stress on your psychology as well, because now you're thinking about that added risk. You're thinking about that money. You're thinking not just about the win, but the potential loss as well. And you should be thinking about that, because every time you open a trade, you got to think about what you could potentially lose as opposed to winning, because you have no control over how much you're going to win, but you have all the control over how much you can lose. So if you can manage your losses, the wins will take care of themselves. But if you feel like you can't, or it's too stressful for you to add, risk by raising your lot sizes, then don't do it. Don't do it. Stick with what's comfortable with you, and gradually go up. Otherwise, stay right where you're at. If you're comfortable with your consistency where it's at, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. All right, guys. So that's what I got. Started out the week with an L. It's all good though. We've always bounced back. This doesn't affect my day one bit. Don't like losing, but hey, it is what it is. You know what I mean? So I hope you guys learned something out of this video. If you want to join my private charts and trade group, see the link below in this video, and you're more than welcome to join with that link. Also, guys, understand that group is not a signal group. It's not a signal group. Okay, it is only a breakdown and analysis group. So I only give trade ideas, I only give an analysis, sometimes chart breakdowns, sometimes video breakdowns of what I'm seeing for US30 or gold. So if you trade anything else, please don't join, because it's not, may not help you as much. But if you trade US30 or you trade gold, it can help you greatly. I get a lot of questions, a lot asking, is it for beginners? Can beginner traders use it? I don't recommend it for beginners. It's a little more advanced because it's expecting you to know a lot. Because I'm only giving you a brief synopsis of what I'm looking at. I'm not giving you like a full breakdown, like chart by chart, candle by candle, time frame by time frame. I'm not doing all that in there. I'm just giving a general idea of what I'm looking for, and then you can look to take the same trades that I take. So just know that, okay? I like people to be very well informed on my products before they invest in them. All right. Also, people are asking me, am I still trading Forex? Yes, I still trade Forex with my broker, HANKOTRADE. I never left HANKOTRADE, guys. I was always using it in the background, but I was using Fintura as well. From day one, I always told you guys, never leave all your eggs in one basket. Always diversify. If you're comfortable using one broker, that's fine also. But for the most part, you never want to put all your eggs in one basket. You want to spread your funds in different places, spread your accounts in different places, and always use more than one broker, because, hey, more than one account is always great, number one. And number two, you're safe. If anything happens to this broker or that account or whatever it is, you want to have multiple. Same with the people that use prop accounts. If you use a prop account, you don't want to just have one. What if you have to wait for a payout? Now you can't trade that account. Now you're missing setups when you could have been trading another account, even with another prop, or with the same company, but with another account. You know what I mean? So give yourself multiple options at all times. I've always been with HANKOTRADE. I love HANKOTRADE. I haven't had any issues with them lately. So I'll always be using them. I'm super loyal to them. And that's that, basically. But are they the only broker that I use? No. I will always diversify. I'll always have my funds in multiple brokers. My futures broker is TradeOvate. I love TradeOvate so far. I've only been using them for the last few months. I love them. I'm looking at TradeStation, opening an account with TradeStation. Why? Because diversify. Put your money in different accounts just in case, guys. Just in case. All right. So that's my video for today. I hope you guys always get as much knowledge as you can out of these videos. I know I've been out of touch these last few days. It's been a very hectic month for me, but I'll be banging out these videos as much as I can for you guys and keeping you guys up to date with everything that's happening on these charts. All right. So rewatch the video. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please don't forget to like and leave a comment in the description box below, because I look at all the comments. I may not respond to all of them, but I do look at the comments and try to engage and answer as many questions as I can. I appreciate you guys always. Much love. It's your girl, SIMPLEFX, your favorite female trader, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.